After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed.
I haven't been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they call me crazy, it's always when I'm telling the truth. That's how this usually goes. Truth makes people uncomfortable, especially when it starts exposing things they worked hard to hide. So what happens when the student doesn't just outshine the teacher, but actually seems to enjoy tearing down everything that teacher built? That's exactly what we're watching play out right now. He has his sights locked directly on Jay-Z, the same man who once gave him a chance, the same big brother he used to praise like family. But those brotherly days are long gone. Now he looks determined to carve his name into the headlines by hitting Jay-Z where it hurts the most. His family, his image, and the secrets Jay-Z has spent years trying to keep buried. This isn't friendly fire anymore. This is personal. Jay-Z's recent courtroom drama around that paternity case already had fans whispering nonstop. The idea that he might have a secret child cracked open his once untouchable mogul status. That polished, billionaire image took a visible hit. For the first time, people started questioning the myth. But he didn't sit back and let the rumors fade quietly. He grabbed them, flipped them, and threw them right back into the spotlight like a flaming bomb. This wasn't a soft reveal. He didn't just air dirty laundry. He soaked it in gasoline and lit the match himself. Post after post, he turned Jay-Z's personal pain into a weapon. He started painting him as a man preaching loyalty and family values, while secretly dealing with lawsuits from people claiming to be his kids. Every word felt intentional. Every post landed like another spark on a growing fire. There was no walking this back. These weren't playful jabs or light criticism. These were deep cuts. He came straight for Jay-Z's image, calling him a fraud and reminding everyone that behind the polished Rock Nation empire might stand a man accused of turning his back on his own blood. And here's where things get really dark. The industry has been buzzing for years with whispers that Ye's a vault full of dirt on Jay-Z. People on the inside claim Ye's been collecting everything. Files, screenshots, texts, receipts. Not just personal mess, but business moves too. Moves that could shake Jay-Z's empire to the core. So now people are asking the real question. Was Ye's latest outburst just another wild moment? Or has he been setting this trap for years, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to strike? That's what everyone's trying to figure out right now. Because as this drama keeps unfolding like a Hollywood thriller, the stakes keep getting higher. If Ye really does have more proof tucked away, Jay-Z could be facing a storm way bigger than internet gossip. The rumor mill is already spinning out of control, and nobody knows where this ends yet. Stories are flying about private payoffs, secret meetings, and late-night phone calls. According to people close to the situation, Jay-Z might have tried the one move he never publicly admits to, cutting a check to keep someone quiet. The king of composure, the guy who's always playing chess while everyone else is stuck playing checkers, might have tried to handle this quietly. Word is Jay-Z could have offered Ye a private deal to calm things down and keep it behind closed doors. But staying true to chaos, Ye didn't play nice at all. He didn't just reject the deal. He blew the whole thing up. He poured gasoline on the fire and turned the volume all the way up. Picture this for a second. A billionaire mogul who dances around rivals, politicians, and prosecutors, suddenly getting out-trolled by Ye. A man who lives by one rule. Nobody tells him what to do. It sounds wild, but this feud didn't come out of nowhere. This has been brewing for years under the surface. Ye never got over that sting back in 2014 when Jay-Z and Beyoncé skipped his wedding to Kim Kardashian. He took that as a brutal personal betrayal. That snub hit him deep, and from that moment on, the brotherhood cracked. Then came another blow that made it worse. Jay-Z choosing Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show instead of Ye. That move felt like another slap in the face. And after that, every small slight started stacking up. Little things turned into big resentments. Big resentments turned into quiet anger. And eventually, all of it exploded into full-blown bitterness that couldn't be contained anymore. When Ye went on his online rampage this year, dragging not just Jay-Z but even mentioning his kids, Sir and Rumi, it shocked everyone. He posted, deleted, and reposted comments nonstop, saying things that made people's jaws drop, questioning the twins in ways that crossed serious lines. Even Kim Kardashian, who stood by him through years of chaos, finally hit her breaking point. Reports say she was disgusted and completely done. Behind closed doors, she started rethinking. their entire custody situation. That's how far this spiraled out of control. Now Ye's anger at Jay-Z isn't just a celebrity feud. It's bleeding into his own family battles. It's turning his life into a chain reaction of chaos, fallout, and self-destruction. And yet, Ye insists this isn't just personal beef. He claims there's more behind it. In one deleted tweet, he straight up admitted he only took down the post about Jay-Z's kids not because he felt bad, but because he didn't want to lose his account. That's how bold it's gotten. He knows exactly how harsh his words are. He only pulls back when the platform itself is at risk. Ye has been saying that when his marriage was falling apart, when he was fighting to stay close to his 4 kids, Jay-Z stayed silent. No calls, no backup, no support at all. That silence hurt more than anything else. He vented online, saying Jay-Z and Beyoncé could have used their influence to stop the Kardashians from running him over. That bitterness runs deep, and it's clear he feels abandoned by the very man he once looked up to like a big brother. The pain, the betrayal, all of it is spilling out in public for everyone to see. But here's where it gets even messier. Ye is turning this feud into fuel for his art. He's been dropping new music while calling out Jay-Z, blending creativity with confrontation. He even released a visual album called Bully, dropping multiple versions online. And the wildest part? He cast his own son, Saint, in the project. Saint is shown swinging a mallet in a boxing ring, like he's symbolically striking back at everyone Ye feels wronged him. It feels like performance art mixed with revenge. Ye even admitted the album's title came from a moment with Saint, where his son told him another kid was weak. Now that word became the centerpiece of the whole project. Everything feels personal, raw, and unfiltered. It's like he turned his family into characters in his personal war against the Carters. Music promotion, emotional trauma, and public spectacle all blended into one chaotic rollout. It's the kind of thing you can't look away from, even when it makes you uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Jay-Z stays completely silent, and silence has always been his strongest weapon. But this time, that calm exterior might be working against him, because the longer he doesn't respond, the more it looks like he is winning the war of perception. For years, people said all he ever wanted was Jay-Z's approval, not to be seen as a student, but as an equal. He even poured that emotion into his song Big Brother, which was basically a love letter in musical form. But somewhere between Paris and 2016, when he publicly blasted Jay for not visiting after Kim Kardashian's robbery, the admiration turned into pure venom. You can hear it in every rant. You can feel it in every accusation he throws. He drags Beyoncé's name into it, accusing her of betrayal or calling her complicit. Then minutes later, he switches up and says he still loves Jay. That emotional whiplash tells its own story. It's obsession mixed with genuine pain. A family feud turned into public theater. And what makes this even more dangerous for Jay-Z is the timing. He's not just ducking Ye's public attacks. He's also tangled in a revived legal storm with Ramya Satithwaite, the man claiming to be his secret son. This case has been bouncing through courts for years, dismissed, refiled, dismissed again, and now it's roaring back just as Jay-Z's name keeps surfacing alongside other major industry scandals. For Ye, it's the perfect storm. His old mentor is weakened by lawsuits, bad press, and whispers of hidden children, all unfolding like a revenge thriller. If Y really has those secret files he's been hinting at, dropping them now would hit Jay-Z at his most vulnerable. One move could flip the entire narrative overnight. And the whispers? They're only getting louder. Industry insiders say Ye knows exactly how to twist the knife, dropping hints about more alleged hidden children and suggesting Jay-Z's been secretly paying for houses and hush money to bury stories. Truth barely matters. The narrative sticks. Jay-Z's silence only strengthens it. He still refuses a DNA test that could shut tabloids up for good, and that quiet is being read as guilt. His weaponizing silence, turning it into a megaphone across the internet. Rumors swirl that Jay-Z might have tried a private deal with Ye to make him stop talking, showing just how deep this feud runs. Jay-Z doesn't fold easily, so if he offered a check, even the most powerful man in hip-hop admits Ye's words are dangerous. But Ye isn't just after Jay-Z. He's dragging everyone into his chaos. Allegedly, Sean Carter orchestrated moves to punish Leo for rejecting him, clearing space to level up Beyoncé, Kim, his kids, Diddy, nobody's safe from the fallout. Ye thrives on chaos, claiming Hollywood's full of control puppets, and is the only one untamable. When he points at Jay-Z and Beyonce as hidden system puppets, it's not just paranoia, it's strategy. He positions himself as the outlaw truth-teller taking on the polished elite. It's messy, offensive, wild, but it works. Every rant becomes a headline. Every deleted post turns viral. Every jab at Jay-Z's family fuels a fire. And the world just watches. Jay-Z, the master strategist, suddenly looks weak in silence, while Ye grows louder, angrier, more unpredictable. The real question isn't if he'll stop, it's how far he'll go and what secrets he's hoarding for the perfect moment. Ye's obsession feels personal now, a vendetta years in the making. Once close to Jay-Z and Beyonce, he felt abandoned as his world collapsed. When Kim's fame collided with his public meltdowns and custody battles, he expected the Carters to step in. They didn't. Their silence cut deep. It wasn't just disappointment. It was betrayal. That wound turned into fuel, igniting every online rant, every jab, every insult. It's why Ye dragged the Carters' names through the mud at every turn. He was always the outsider, the black sheep in the Rockefeller circle. Too creative, too unpredictable, too raw to fit in. That exclusion fueled his ambition, pushing him to dominate where others doubted him. As Ye rose, the gap between him and the Carters widened. Jay-Z and Beyonce crafted elegance, control, perfection. Ye, chaotic, raw, unfiltered. That contrast became a canyon. The more polished they appeared, the more isolated he felt. And that isolation hardened into anger, bleeding into every relationship he once valued. What outsiders saw as small slights were deep emotional wounds for Ye. The Carters skipping events, missing chances to defend him, staying silent during breakdowns, it all felt like rejection. Over the years, those cuts turned into scars, shaping his worldview. And now, the world sees it all. Breaking news. TMZ and Fox are reporting that Jay-Z is facing accusations involving a 13-year-old girl, a shocking development in the ongoing Diddy lawsuit. The saga isn't slowing down, it's escalating. In that mindset, every move Jay-Z made felt like another betrayal. That's why Wire's constant humiliation of Jay-Z doesn't read like random clout chasing. It feels personal. These aren't petty jabs for attention. They're his way of reclaiming power in a relationship where he always felt like the lesser one. If Jay-Z wouldn't stand beside him as a brother, why decided he'd make him face him as an enemy? Every insult, every threat, every time he dragged Jay-Z's family into chaos, it all feels like a twisted demand for acknowledgement, a way to shatter Jay-Z's image of perfection. Why forces the world to look at him, even if it's through the haze of scandal and controversy. But beneath all that noise, all the rants, the anger, the chaos, there's something fragile hiding underneath. Longing. His obsession with exposing Jay-Z is tangled with a deep emotional need to be seen and accepted by the man whose approval once meant everything. Every outburst feels like a silent question. Why wasn't I ever enough for you? That's what makes this feud so messy. It's not just fame or pride. It's a collision of admiration and resentment, love and bitterness. Y isn't just playing villain. He's the abandoned friend haunted by rejection. That mix, the attacker and the wounded, turns this saga into something far deeper than celebrity gossip. It's the slow, tragic unraveling of a brotherhood that maybe never truly existed. Pure heartbreak hide behind all that chaos. Y, as said, has always felt like the black sheep, searching for the family fame and music never gave him. He thought he found it in Jay-Z and Beyonce, his music family, the ones who understood him. But when his world started collapsing, that family wasn't there. That absence turned pain into fury. Now, all the public meltdowns, all caps rants, and even the shocking shots aimed at Jay-Z's family, they don't come from hate alone. They sound like the cries of someone punishing the very people he once begged for love. Because really, what is humiliation if not revenge from someone who first felt humiliated? That heartbreak is behind every outrageous headline, the pain of someone who loved too hard and got left behind. And then there's Beyonce, the queen of silence herself. She's mastered staying untouchable no matter what storm hits. No statements, no reactions, not even cryptic posts. Just complete composure, projecting power, maybe even royalty. But behind that calm, questions linger. Is it fear or pure calculation? If Y is mixing truth with lies and holding even bigger revelations, Beyoncé's silence could be her shield, a way to avoid giving him more ammo. Or it could be showing cracks in the Carter empire that nobody sees. People close to the Carters say Beyoncé always knows when to step in and when to disappear. During Jay-Z's past scandals, cheating rumors, legal battles, her silence wasn't weakness. It was strategy. Let the media frenzy burn out while she keeps her image flawless. But why isn't like the tabloids? He doesn't move on. He feeds on silence. Every day Beyoncé stays quiet. Why gets louder, more outrageous, reckless? He turns her silence into proof that is right, dragging her deeper into his chaos. The question now looms. Could Beyoncé ever be forced to break her golden rule? If why drop something too explosive to ignore? And here's where things turn dark. Rumors that Jay-Z might have offered Ye a private settlement behind closed doors are shaking the industry. If it's true, it shows the Carters are nervous, maybe even scared. Because if Jay-Z tried to pay him off, it proves one thing loud and clear. Ye isn't ranting into the void. He might actually be sitting on something real. Imagine if he has evidence of more secret children or documents exposing shady deals that don't fit Jay-Z's billionaire image. Even the possibility alone could seriously damage the Carter brand. Jay-Z is already juggling lawsuits and public scrutiny, and if White decides to press play on whatever is hiding, this could go from celebrity feud to a full-blown industry earthquake. The rumors about his alleged secret son, Ramir Satwait, just won't die. No matter how many times Jay-Z's team calls it harassment, the story lingers. And if that wasn't enough, his connection with Diddy drags him into a new mess. Decades-old accusations, lawsuits, and allegations of dark behavior at industry events. The timing couldn't be worse, and White knows exactly how fragile things look right now. He understands Jay-Z's silence isn't just pride, it's survival. So White is seizing the moment, striking hard at the cracks in Jay-Z's untouchable image. His not backing off, turning every whisper, every headline, every online murmur into ammo. But this isn't just gossip or clout. It's about rewriting the story of hip-hop itself. Jay-Z built his legend from hustler to mogul, turning rap into empire. Meanwhile, White is painted as the unstable genius, brilliant but broken, always chasing validation from a world that doubted him. By tearing down Jay-Z, White isn't just embarrassing him. He's flipping the narrative. He wants to prove that the so-called blueprint wasn't the ultimate legend it's made out to be. Maybe, just maybe, he deserved that throne. No longer the outcast, the misunderstood artist, White positions himself as a truth-teller, the rebel bold enough to set fire to the throne everyone else worships. And the real question becomes, this feud, is it about pain or legacy? Because this isn't just tweets and deleted posts anymore. It's a full-on war over who controls hip-hop's crown. He's already gone further than anyone else, dragging Jay-Z's marriage, his kids, even his silence into the flames. No line too sacred, no subject off limits. And if the whispers are true, he's got more doubt stashed away, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every move feels calculated, not just revenge, but strategy. And here's the chilling part. Why has nothing left to lose? His reputation's battered, his empire cracked, his image torn in public. Chaos is his fuel, the kind that would destroy most people. Meanwhile, Jay-Z and Beyoncé built an empire on perfection, polished moves, flawless rollouts, total control. Image is everything. And all it takes is one loose thread, one leak, one explosive reveal, for their dynasty to start unraveling. Here's a question hanging in the air. Is this feud about to expose secrets so massive the Carters can't hide them? Will Ye be remembered as a man who shattered Jay-Z's legacy, or as the unhinged provocateur who finally crossed a line he couldn't come back from? We might be standing at hip-hop's biggest reckoning ever, one that could rewrite the culture's power map forever. Because when the truth finally spills, nobody walks away clean. Not Jay-Z, not Beyoncé, not even Y. Reputation could crumble, alliances break, and a generation of fans force to question who really wears a crown. So, what do you think? Does Y really have the power to take down the Carter empire, or is this just another chaotic performance fading into the noise of celebrity drama? Drop your thoughts and comments. Hit like, subscribe, and share, because in Hollywood's glossy world, there's always a shadow waiting to crawl into the light.